It's a formula that toy makers try to perfect every year, how to capture and keep the imagination of a child. And they're already gearing up for this year's holiday season. What toys will have your kids begging Santa to put it under the tree this year?
And this year marks the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation. How you can join a celebration to mark this significant journey through film and music. Plus, we're treated to a reenactment of one of Martin Luther King Jr.'s most significant speeches.
She made a name for herself here on Delmarva, and it wasn't a good one. Coming up, more about the life of Patty Cannon and the horror she unleashed on the peninsula.
Tired, achy feet? The Hot Booties slippers promise to bring your dogs a little comfort and some warm therapy. We're going to put them to the test.
And if you're looking for the perfect romantic getaway for you and your Valentine, there's an app for that. And it will even help you save money. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And you know, the big news of the day.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it this morning. The Pope announced he's resigning or retiring, I guess.
Is there a difference?
I thought there was, but
okay.
Yeah.
So
in other words, he's done.
Yeah. Either way, I think he's the first one to have done this in like 6 centuries.
Wow.
So this was a really huge thing. He's saying he just feels too old, a little too weak to continue fulfilling the duties as they are described. So he decided to make to step down. 85 years old. He made the announcement this morning in Latin.
Mm-hmm. What?
I just wonder if 1 or 2 of the Cardinals went, what'd he say? I didn't get that.
So so what that means is, I guess we're going to be going through the whole process of naming
Enclave coming up in March, and they have said that they will go without a pope until that decision's made.
Interesting.
So
should be very interesting.
Huge thing there. The Rehoboth Dewey Beach Chamber of Commerce is dealing with the tourist season a little earlier this year. Take a look at a shot here of what was left of the Ivy nightclub after Superstorm Sandy came through. There's what they're trying to tell everybody. The beach is open. Apparently, they're getting a whole lot of phone calls from people who would be first-time visitors to the beach saying, so where else can we go? No, don't go anywhere else. The beach is open. Everything is fine in Delaware. Come on out, bring your friends, bring your neighbors, tell everybody everything is good. The Chamber of Commerce is setting aside some extra money to get the word out. The beach is open, so come on out. Everything's good.
I guess I could understand why that would be. You know, people see the pictures and everything, and they assume, well, you know, it's going to be a while before they rebuild.
All out to sea, but it's not.
Everything's great. Well, for nearby residents who don't like the idea of J-turns at the intersection of 113 and 12 in Snow Hill, perhaps we may have some good news for you. The Maryland Department of Transportation says they'll look at it again to see if they'd rather put in a traffic light. The bad news, they may not come back with their decision for another 60 days. And for those of you who don't know what a J-turn is, it's basically you can't turn left when you're going onto the highway. You have to make a right. But if you want to go left, you basically do a U-turn, right?
Right. You turn right to turn left.
You turn right to turn left.
The first time I saw, I've always called it a jug handle. The first time I saw it was in New Jersey. It was the silliest thing I thought in the entire intersection. I'm trying to turn left, and all these signs are saying you can't do that.
You can't do it.
You have to catch this, what they call it a J-turn, what I've always called a jug handle.
Michigan left.
Michigan left. You got to leave the intersection way early, and it puts you on the cross street, and then you can go across or turn around or whatever.
And apparently this is safer. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, they're going to look at it again anyway.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Hill in Easton? I was unaware of this entire area. I guess I just haven't spent enough time over there. Archaeologists are wanting to dig in the 100 block of South Street. It's also known as Banning Lots. Jeremiah Banning had this a long time ago. What they're wanting to do is dig up to see if indeed they can prove that this area came from the oldest settlement of free African Americans in the United States. Now, as it stands right now, the oldest one is somewhere in New Orleans, but everybody's saying they think this area would actually beat that 1812 date. Jeremiah Banning was a statesman, war hero, businessman, and when he died, most of his freed slaves went to live on Banning Lots.
Okay.
So that's why they're wanting to dig there and see if maybe there's something that they can find out.
That's pretty interesting.
If indeed they can prove that.
Yeah.
So that would be cool, right?
Yeah, it would be. Hey, when you were in high school, did you run track?
No.
No? You were too busy playing basketball.
I believe it, I was. I tried the high jump and couldn't do it.
Oh, I did. But anyway, that's not what this is about. Saturday morning, the Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association held the 2013 Indoor Track State Championship at the University of Delaware Fieldhouse in Newark. From Dover, the Caesar Rodney Riders boys team took home the state title, and the Dover Senators finished in second place.
Wow.
And the Lady Riders finished fifth in the overall standings. So good for them.
Very nice.
Very nice work.
Well done. Good job, guys. So you were in track?
I did.
What'd you do?
I did the 4x4 relay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did the high jump and couldn't do it.
My husband did high hurdles. Yeah.
So you both ran track?
Yeah. Not together.
Okay. The fundraising event in Delmar for the school district went so well last year, their first year of doing it, their inaugural event, they're going to do it again. The Foundation for Delmar Education is going to host their second annual community gala at the Delmar Fire Hall. It's going to be a Hollywood-themed decor this time around. So put this on your calendar. It's going to be Saturday the 23rd, not this, but next Saturday, 7 o'clock, the Delmar Fire Hall, $50 to get in the door. If you want to get more information on that, there's the number. 302-846-9544 and take option 6. This is a big deal because of the $30,000 they raised last year. About $24,000 of it went to help purchase items ranging from school supplies to sheet music for the music department. Wow. So this is a really good fundraiser, and you need to be a part of that.
That's a lot of money. Hey, guess who's coming to Easton, to the Avalon Theater in Easton? Did you hear? Arlo Guthrie. He brings his solo Here Comes the Kid tour to the Avalon Theater. Woody Guthrie's legacy is alive in his son's music career, as well as through his humor, activism, and gift for storytelling. This is going to be a good show, and it starts 8 p.m. Wednesday. Tickets are $60 and available while they last by calling the Avalon box office at 410-822-7299.
And tickets are going fast.
I bet they are.
So you might want to get on the phone. Go ahead. Well, let's keep talking about music.
Yeah.
Delaware State Fair just announced that their country music superstar entertainer will be Dierks Bentley.
Bentley, yeah.
Thank you. At the I was trying to say it like Brian does. Bentley. I can't do it. It's going to be at the M&T Bank Grandstand in July. It's going to be opening by Will Hogue. Okay. Tickets go on sale this Friday. Tickets aren't on sale yet. They go on sale Friday morning, 10 o'clock. And if you want to get yours, you can find a link on delmarvalife.com.
And keeping with the music theme, of course, last night, the Grammy Awards. Yep. Did you watch?
I didn't see the show. I saw the show Saturday night talking about what they were going to do last night.
Well, at this year's Grammy Awards in Los Angeles, Mumford & Sons, the big winners. They took home Album of the Year with Babel. And they also gave a Grammy to Gautier.
Gautier.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to say that because I didn't know how to say Gautier.
Gautier featuring Kimbra. I know you've heard the song, somebody I used to know because it was played all the time.
Oh, okay.
And then this fun had received awards for New Artist and Song of the Year with We Are Young. Now, this is Alicia Keys.
Okay.
The reason I'm showing her is because she apparently did not pay any attention to the memo from CBS that said
Cover things up.
Cover things up a little bit. She, along with
Jennifer Lopez.
I'm
guessing. Yep.
And Rihanna. Rihanna's right there. That dress is okay, but she had on a dress in another part of the show that was a little risque. And then Jennifer Lopez, you know, she was the reason for the memo, they said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty interesting stuff.
Well, that's how it went there. And while we're still talking entertainment, want to welcome Laurel Mayor John Schwed to Delmarva Life. The reason is because there's going to be some entertainment coming up that you don't want to miss. Tell you about that in just a second. But first, according to the National Survey of Programs and Services for Homeless Families, homeless shelters served more than 3 times their bed capacity over the course of 2009.
And the Laurel Community Foundation is doing whatever they can to help families who are homeless. And here to tell us more about the Hope House is Laurel Mayor and Laurel Community Foundation President John Schwed. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So tell us first, what does the house do?
Well, the Laurel Community Foundation operates Hope House 1 and 2, which is transitional housing for people in the Laurel area who find themselves temporarily homeless for whatever reason. And we provide a completely furnished apartment. Each building has 2 apartments each, and people stay as our guest families for up to 90 days.
So how big an area does the Hope House serve?
We define our service area as the Laurel School District. So it's primarily there to serve Laurel families, but in the event of some unforeseen emergency like a fire in another community, if we have space, we will invite families in that are suffering some unusual disaster.
Now, who is eligible?
Well, people first of all have to be homeless, and they have to be willing to abide by the rules. They have to have a job, and they have to be willing to abide by the rules as guest families in the operation.
And they need to be at least trying to work, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you have an event coming up. You know what, let me ask you first about the funding. How is Hope House funded?
Well, we are proud of the fact that our funding comes entirely from donations. It comes from donations from businesses, organizations, churches, generous individuals, and then we supplement that with our special fundraisers, and we take no money. I want to make that a point. We take no money from the federal or the state governments to operate this program.
And you have a fundraising event coming up
this
weekend.
Yes, we've got a grand event coming up at the Laurel Fire Hall, 6 o'clock, and we conduct our own local version of Dancing with the Stars, and we will have some celebrity dancers there, and we will have this contest, and the way we have it, to determine the winner, is everybody gets to cast a vote, and a vote is $1.
Right.
So the one that gets the most dollars for the skill of doing the best dancing will become the winner.
All right, so I just want to make sure I understand. When I come in, I get 1 vote, but if I want to get 20 more votes, just give a $20 bill. I got 21 votes then, right?
That's exactly right. It's $1 per vote.
Mayor John Schwitt, thank you for
We're
coming
glad
in this afternoon.
And if you would like more information about the Hope House or the fundraiser Saturday, just go to delmarvalife.com and click on the showtime. We are going to give you a little preview of what's to come at that event. Sometimes you just have to take one for the team, and this is one of those times. Jimmy and I are dancing. Disco dancing.
Disco dancing. But it's okay because our dancing, whether good or bad or very bad, is going to help those who need it the most.
Plus, the ad for the As Seen on TV Hot Booties slippers says they are a revolution in pure comfort and foot therapy. We had to find out for ourselves, so we put it to the test.
But next, Patty Cannon. People know that she's famous, but do they know what she's famous for? Delmar Life's Brian Spiros did some digging to separate fact from fiction. Brian?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, Patty Cannon's story reads like fiction. Now, some of you may be familiar with it, some of you may not. When we come back, we're gonna break it all down and give you all the facts. Stay with us. You're watching Delmarva Life. We will be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.